young when she decided to go back to school and get her undergraduate and graduate degrees. This undoubtedly opened a world of opportunities for us, and a world of opportunities like it's going to open for you all. You are learning from great educators who not only bring their expertise, but they bring a real world experience. They've been there, they've done that. That makes all the difference. Not long ago, there was a time that if you didn't go to school during the day, you couldn't go to school. Night school didn't exist. Today you can go online and get your education. You have all the neat tools needed at your disposal to learn. No more looking into encyclopedias. You have the opportunity to learn professions that nobody can take away from you. Professions that will keep you challenged and employed for the rest of your working lives. The challenges that you face oftentimes are very daunting. One of my truly most favorite quotes, and I've said this to myself many times, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. What I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. I like to tell stories, probably already tell that by now. My father, when we moved to Florida in 1972, my father owned rental properties. One night there was a major plumbing failure. I mean a major plumbing failure. There was a major plumbing failure. He had to call the plumber. The plumber came out at night, and he actually fixed it in pretty quick time. I watched the entire procedure, and I said to my dad, that's something I would never want to do. That looks like tough work. But I was 15 at the time, and I knew everything. When the plumber got finished, my dad said, I wrote him the check. I said, my dad said he fixed something that I couldn't do. I would have paid him anything because I couldn't fix the problem. It suddenly dawned on me, this guy would always have a job. He was such an expert at his craft, he had the problem fixed in seconds, minutes. He had the training, he had the know-how. He would never worry for work, or better yet, never worry for a paycheck. There's a lot of things you need on the road to success. One thing is everybody needs is luck. Trust me, I've had my share of luck. In my travels, I've had many great opportunities. I spent a lot of time in the music industry, talked to a lot of country music stars, worked with a lot of country music stars, business owners, talked to a lot of state representatives, senators, and they will all tell you one thing, that they've had some luck. Now, I love to hear their stories, and they're quick to share. So I think to myself, how do I get lucky? Can you teach me that mythical trick? Can you wave your magic wand and make me lucky? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to win the Powerball? But that's not the kind of luck I'm talking about. That would be okay luck. I'm going to tell another story. I worked with a great guy in Nashville by the name of Steve Hinson. He was a world-class steel guitar player. If you know country music, steel guitar, you play it like this. It's a great instrument. He got a call to substitute for a steel guitar player who was working for Faith Hill at the time, if anybody knows who country music star Faith Hill is. Pretty girl. Anyway, he got the opportunity to go work for Faith Hill. Now that's luck, getting the phone call. When it came time to do his rehearsal, he knew every one of her songs by heart and capitalized on this opportunity. Really what he did is he made his luck. You're wondering, how do you make your luck? First, he made the point to learn his instrument. He was a highly skilled musician. In other words, he learned his trade as you all are doing here today. Second, he was good enough to get called for the opportunity. When you have the training and the know-how, you will get the call of that opportunity. You will get the opportunity when you have the training and the skills. Third, and this is the part that separates the boys from the men. He practiced. He worked hard and became proficient at his trade. When it came time He fit into the act so seamlessly, they offered him the job full time. And this is in 1999. 1999, the musician working for a country music star was usually paid about $1,500 a week. Now I can't finish without talking about civic engagement, you know, being the mayor and all. Here's a definition that I really like for civic engagement. The ways in which citizens participate in the life of their community in order to improve conditions for others or to shape your community's future. I told you when I moved back to Allendale in 2001, I was so impressed. I went to the city and I said, I'll do anything I can for the city. You know, when you belong to a community, you become larger than yourself. You become a member of a team. You can make a difference by bringing your skills, your personality, and life's experiences to the game. Now, I had played guitar professionally for 25 years. What can I bring to the city of Auburndale? Show everybody how to play a D chord on the guitar? No, I don't think that was the answer. What I brought to the city was my willingness and my desire to help and to volunteer to keep the city moving on its forward direction. Each one of you have this talent. Each one of you have this gift. Whether you're a volunteer to read at the library, coach a Little League team, or serve on the Baynard House Committee. Now, does this get you paid in dollars? Generally, no. What does it get you paid in? Realizing you can make a difference. The UPS guy stops me the other day and he says, why are the racquetball lights on at night? Do they ever shut off? Heck, I didn't know that answer. I'm never driving around town at 10 o'clock at night, but I knew who to call. I called the Parks and Rec director and he said, yes, they go off every night at 10 o'clock. I called the UPS guy up. He was thrilled. He was thrilled that I took enough time. His question meant enough to me that I would call him and give him the answer. He was thrilled to death. And volunteering, civic engagement can be hard. You know, you all work all day and you want to spend time on weekends to relax and recharge. But remember this about civic engagement. Not all needs are large and demanding of all your free time. One last story. Forgive me, if you ever talk to me on the street, I'm going to tell you a story. This had an extremely large impact on me. Made a big difference for me in my life. And this is no kidding. This encouraged me, it humbled me, and it shed light on why this person was where she was at in her life and in her career. I had to take my wife back to Florida Southern College because she'd forgotten her cell phone in the office. Actually, she thought it was lost, and we were retracing her steps unbeknownst to me. We got out of our car at the parking lot at Florida Southern College, and there's the president of the college, Dr. Ann Kerr, and she's picking up some trash that was in the parking lot. The president of the college, no less in her Chanel suit, was picking up trash. What was the lesson for me? What was the lesson I'm telling you all today? You can make a difference in your community by picking up a piece of paper, no matter who you are. I'm going to close. I want to thank you all for coming today. I want to thank you all for having me here today and standing out there in the sun. And I apologize again for being a few minutes late, Dr. Murugan, and I would like to thank Dr. Murugan and the staff at Southern Technical College for allowing me to be here, and with our communication manager and social media manager, Marissa Green. By any chance, does anybody have a question for me? Faith Hill up close is very pretty. I'm going to tell you that.